for Your Real Champion, I call this segment the Patriotic Piper. Making music with bagpipes dates back thousands of years when the Greeks and Romans used an early form of the instrument and continued for centuries through large parts of Europe, Asia, and North Africa. By the 1500s, in Ireland and Scotland, pipes were used in battle in place of a trumpet. Also for entertainment, but as Western classical music developed, the use began to fade because of their limited range and function. There was a notable resurgence during World Wars I and II when large numbers of British military forces, including the Scottish Highland Regiment, were in training, and now used all across Europe and Asia. And since the 1960s, bagpipes have become part of rock, metal, hip-hop, and classical music. In the UK and here in the US, bagpipes are frequently used during funerals and memorials, especially among fire department, military, and police forces, along with parades. Well, here's the story of a man who's created a new tradition. Bob Waters lives in Kennett Square and is successful in business. He's also a master piper. For over 25 years, Bob has played the bagpipes every year on the evening of July 4th, bringing the community of Ocean City together to mark our nation's birthday. From the second floor of his balcony in his Ocean City home, his music floats across the night air while fireworks sparkle in the sky. Hundreds of listeners gather to hear Bob's repertoire of patriotic music. They sing along, they dance along, even some Irish and Scottish stepping, and toddlers wave their little flags. You'll even see a tear in the eyes of those who reminisce about their own days of service or loved ones lost. He performs an entire military set, including the Marine Corps hymn. It starts with America the Beautiful and ends with God Bless America. Other crowd pleasers, Yankee Doodle Dandy and You're a Grand Old Flag. As a child, Bob's Uncle Jack used to babysit. Uncle Jack was a founding member of the Adirondack Pipe Band in 1948. Bob showed an interest, so at the age of 8, he began taking lessons from a Scotsman. Bob committed to practice and played in competitions. He was named a top amateur as a grade 1 competitor as a teenager. He was a member of the top juvenile band in the Eastern U.S. and also named a North American champion as they performed along the East Coast and in Canada. He loved marching in parades as a teenager, performing at St. Patrick's parties and family gatherings. A family tradition, he often played alongside his brother and cousin. Bob grew up in a family with 6 children. At the core was tradition and the values of hard work and discipline. He had a job by the age of 8 when he helped Knights of Columbus, a service group, then a paper route, then worked in a hoagie shop. Hard work leads to self-reliance, a little stash of your own money, and the feeling of independence. He's promoted the same values in his own children. And as his family grew, he put piping aside for about 20 years. But when he returned to competing in the early 90s, his band was ranked number 2 in North America. His father, brothers, and uncle all served in the military, and he remembers the times when his dad would walk through the house waving the flag. Bob shares that nothing makes him prouder than playing for men and women in the service. It's his way of giving back. He looks at the flag as a symbol of our freedom, and July 4th as a day to remember all those who worked to provide it and preserve it. Bob has been so faithful about his annual and very meaningful performance on July 4th, and we thank him for that. Bob loves his country, and we love Bob. We salute you, Bob Waters. You're a real champion. Thank you for listening this evening and every Saturday at 5 o'clock on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Listen to the show again or any of our shows on Odyssey.com/1210 WPHT. That's AUDACY.com. Send us a story about a champion in your family or community. Write to info@yourradiodoctor.net. Well, Phillies fans, it was quite a heartbreak to hear that Bryce Harper injured his thumb. So next week, I've invited one of the stellar hand surgeons from Rothman Orthopedic Institute. Dr. Moody Kwok will discuss hand injuries and surgeries. Send questions in advance to info@yourradiodoctor.net. It's hot out there. Remember your sunscreen, drink lots of water, and find the shade. And if you missed last week's show, you can listen now on Odyssey.com and hear tips to prevent heat illness. This is your radio doctor, Dr. Mary Ann Ritchie, wishing you a happy, healthy, and safe week with the ones you love. Always here to remind you that your health is your wealth.
Thanks for listening to your radio doctor, Dr. Marianne Ritchie, presented exclusively by Independence Blue Cross. To contact Dr. Marianne and to listen to today's show as well as past shows, visit yourradiodoctor.com. This program is paid for by Your Radio Doctor, LLC. All opinions or statements expressed on this program are solely those of Your Radio Doctor and their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey. Today's program has been pre-recorded.
Hi, I'm Lisa Thomas Laurie. If you're on Medicare, I've got great news. Keystone 65 HMO plans from Independence Blue Cross have earned 5 stars. That's Medicare's highest rating for 2022. Some of these Medicare Advantage plans have no monthly premiums, no deductibles, and no copays for primary care visits and some prescription drugs. And all plans include dental, vision, and hearing benefits with no copays for routine exams. Medicare's highest rating, Philly's most popular plan. Don't wait. Visit ibxmedicare.com/star.
Every year, Medicare evaluates plans based on a 5-star rating system. Keystone 65 offers HMO plans with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Keystone 65 Medicare Advantage plans depends on contract renewal. This is a paid endorsement.